Well, hey there. Let me get myself set up here. Let's see. We're going to do a little bit of Python, a little bit of ibis action here. Part in the ipython shell, and part. I'm just going to make some notes. Uh, Good. I also changed the latency to low because I have trouble with my voice being synced sometimes. So let me know how that stands. Okay. All right. Come back over here. So we're going to come up here and we're going to say this needs to be raw, right? HTL dot E. Let's see what else we got. Let's see, ECHO dot EC. Okay. So now let's come down here. Now I come back over here to Markdown. And as always, if you're in the background there, by all means stop and say hi, okay? Let's see here. I just wanted to put some of these sheet. Let's see. This is what we're really interested in here, okay? I just want to take some of the notes here. To explain what this actually means, okay? Now we could do this in ipython, of course, right? Well, again, this is actually, we'll look at the notes here in a second, okay? Let's see. Let's rename this. Because in this case, it's actually an expression of the difference in life expectancy between males and females. And as you'll see in the notes above, it also refers to nothing like a descriptive title name, right? Okay, so let's come back over here and let's just go with our traditional startup files, okay? which I can never remember what they are. Go over here to our ipython. Okay, what I want you to see is, we're actually going to switch over to the ipython. I just did this to keep some notes. What I want you to see here is, let's see, male-female life expectancy ratio. That's what we're interested in, okay? So what is this? Well, a ratio of 1 means females and males are expected to live the same number of years. A ratio greater one indicates that females are expected. Well, we know this is the truth. And the other column is simply the absolute difference in terms of years and life expectancy between males and females, okay? But like I said, I just wanted to come over here. And now let's have a little bit of fun, okay? We're actually going to start this. So we're interested in this right here. So we do now. I actually and you can see it loaded our appropriate files. Okay, so let's come over. Let's just say I don't know. Equals no. Supposedly this was supposed to be able to. Okay, what snake case does, it converts everything to lowercase, and it puts a and what's it do? It puts a it puts an underscore with spaces and stuff like that. So there we go. So there this is. So again, this is the ratio for country and year, okay? So what this means is, in Afghanistan in 1950, women lived longer than men. On average, almost 1.5 years longer than men, okay? But let's take a look at something here instead. Let's just call it dB underscore so we want to plot all the columns for the United States and the world, okay? Star something simple. So what you have to do, you have to include each part of the equation, okay? Or another bracket. Nope. What's missing? We have to come back over here. You have to prefix this to dot period. Again, the dot periods means use the database name here, okay, or use the database here. So this replaces the database name, which makes it easier to I keep misspelling entity, don't I? Okay, so we contain 66 rows for each one. So this is our old thing. Let's see what we can do here now. So it did work. Okay, so here we go. This is the ratio of male to female life expectancy. So what this is telling us is the main thing it tells us is in the world, women are showing an increase in life expectancy. Well, let's just come back over here to here. So does that actually even make sense in that case? Well, 50s, 60s, we had a couple wars, right? At the end of World War I, you had the Korean War, then you had the Vietnam War. Okay, interesting. Come, come, come. I know someone's lurking in the background there. Don't be bashful. So notice I'm using the right arrow key to do command completion. So let's save this. So what could be the possible explanations? Obviously, war, right? Korean War and the Vietnam War. Korean War during the mid to late 50s, the Vietnam War in the mid to late 60s, okay? So now let's come back up here. Now this gives us the absolute difference, okay, the absolute difference. So this gives us the actual difference in years, okay? All right, this is U.S. versus the world. I forgot about that. Okay. So give me another situation where we see the difference in age, life expectancy, male and female, as 6 to 7 years. But again, it's interesting. It has took a big decline here. Okay. So back in the mid 80s, mid 70s, the difference in years peaked at about I'll say 7.5. All right, in the U.S. before falling back down to 4.5 years difference, apparently. Okay, well, we saw life expectancy between male and females climb pretty steadily in the world, meaning women in the world are living, because in 1950 the difference apparently between the life expectancy, there was like a 2.5 year life expectancy between male and female back in the 50s worldwide. That number has now climbed to about 4.5. Well, the U.S. is also about, say, 4.5 also, okay? So let's save this. So the thing I want you to see here is how easy it is to do very quick analysis using ipython and ibis, okay? And again, what we're doing is we're actually converting this code, okay? And it's running the code against it's converting the Python code to SQL. It's actually running the code against the DuckDB engine. Now, that's not really important here because we didn't really do we didn't do any type of mathematical calculations. So in all probability, we may not have used it. The other thing is, we're not really using a very big chunk of data here either, okay? So, all right. So anyway, that's a very brief example, again, of how to use ChatGPT, or how to, a little ChatGPT to help us understand the data, and then we simply used ipython and ibis to import the data into an ipython shell, and then we use seaborn to do some basic filter functions to pull out U.S. and world data. Then we just use basic seaborn plots in order to actually create the visualizations themselves. Okay, so there you have it, folks. A very brief introduction to some more our world in data. Okay.